Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Patience. In today's video I'll be sharing with you guys how I made this beautiful v-neck A-line shirt dress. Before we get started, kindly click the subscribe button. If you have done that, let's get into it. I'll be using this beautiful fabric for this tutorial. It is 2.5 yards, and I'll also be drafting on this pattern paper. I've gone ahead to mark 1.5 inches. So I'll be using 1 inch for the button stand and 1/2 inch for sewing allowance, and I've also marked the shoulder line. I'll just fold the button stand this way, and I'll mark half of my shoulder width, which is 8 inches, and I'll be adding 1/2 inch for sewing allowance, that is 8.5 inches. I'll mark 4 inches for the neck width, and for the neck depth I'll mark 1.5 inches, that is for the back neck depth. I'll come down by 1 inch from the shoulder measurement and slant it this way. After doing that, I'll curve the back neckline. From the 1 inch, I'll mark my chest line, which is 8 inches. In order to get a straight line, I'll mark 9 inches from the shoulder line. I'll bring down the shoulder measurement to the chest line and connect it this way. After doing that, I'll mark 1/4 of my bust circumference, which is 10.5 inches. I'm adding 1 inch for ease and 1/2 inch for side seam. So I'm adding 1 inch for ease because this dress is a free dress. After doing that, I'll mark the midpoint of this line, which is 4 inches. From the 4 inches, I'll go in by 1/2 inch for the back armhole and 3/4 inch for the front armhole. And I'll curve the back and the front arm side. Now I'll mark the shoulder to bust point, shoulder to waist, and shoulder to hip. I'll extend the lines. I'll also mark the shoulder to the full length of this dress, which is 58 inches plus 1 inch for hemming allowance, that is 59 inches. Mark the 1/4 of my bust circumference plus 1 inch and 1/2 inch for side seam on the bust line, and I'll mark 1/4 of my waist circumference, which is 9 inches. I'll be adding 1 inch for ease and 1/2 inch for side seam. I'll mark 1/4 of my hip circumference, that is 11 inches plus 1 inch for ease and 1/2 inch for side seam. On the hem line, I'll be marking 1/4 of my hip circumference, that is 11 inches. I'll be adding 2 inch for ease, that is 13 inches, and 1/2 inch for side seam. I'll connect it to the hip measurement. So to avoid a sharp edge, I'll come up by 1.5 inches and make a curve this way. For the front neck depth, I'll mark 7 inches. And I'll be making a V-neck. As you can see, I'm using the curved part because I want it a bit curvy, and I'll extend the line to the button stand, that's the 1.5 inches this way. I'll be making like a facing for the button stand. To do that, I'll be marking the width of the facing. So I'll be using 2.5 inches. I'll go ahead and mark 2.5 inches all through this way from the 1.5 inches for button stand, and I'll connect it this way, as you can see. So from the button stand, it is 1 inch I am marking. So I'm just going to fold in the button stand this way and continue to mark the 1 inch. And for the neck width, of course, I'll mark 2.5 inches. And I'll just connect it this way. And I'll cut it out. So I'll be using this as a pattern to cut out the front and the back piece and also the facing. So for now, I'll be cutting out the back piece. So I'll be cutting out the back piece this way. I've done that. As you can see, I folded the button stand and I cut it out on fold. I cut out the back neckline and the back armhole. So this is how it came out. So that is it for the back piece. I'll keep this aside. Now I'll be cutting out the front piece. So I'll cut out the front arm side. And I'll also cut out the front neckline. So I'll be cutting out the front piece this way. So you can cut it ×2 or you can cut it out on fold. Remember, I'm cutting it out with the button stand. I've done that. I cut it out on fold on my fabric. So what I'll do is I'll just divide the midpoint. This is how it came out. The button stand is going to overlap. Now I'll be cutting out the facing for the button stand. So I'll go ahead and cut out the facing, starting from the neckline, as you can see. So if you like, you can cut out, you can mark maybe 2 inches for the facing instead of the 2.5 inches. So I'll be cutting this ×2 or I'll cut it out on fold. I've done that. I've cut it out on my fabric. So I cut it out on another black plain fabric because it is not going to show, it is going to be inside after all. So, and I've ironed in an interfacing, as you can see. So I'll be attaching it to the dress on the button stand. So I'll be sewing on the 1/2 inch I left. Remember, I left 1.5 inches for the button stand. So I'll be using 1/2 inch for sewing allowance and 1 inch for the button stand. So I'll pin it this way and sew by 1/2 inch from this point down to the hem. I've done that. So the next thing I am going to do is to trim it out a bit and notch all through. And I am going to open the seam this way and I'll iron open. So I'll make sure to iron open before I fold it and iron again. So it will come out this way. As you can see, it will come out really flat this way. Now I am going to make a top stitch starting from the neckline down to the hem. Finish up the back neckline. I've gone ahead to cut out this piece of fabric. It's 1 inch. I'm going to pin it down this way. So you can start pinning from the wrong side or from the good side. I'll pin it down this way and I'll sew by 1/4 inch, turn it back and fold it this way and make a top stitch. I've done that. So I made the top stitch on the right side of the fabric and this is how beautiful and neat it came out. Also on the front piece, I've made the top stitch on the neck and the button stand, so this is going to overlap this way. I'll be making the buttonhole on the left and attaching the button on the right. Now I'll be joining the front and the back piece. I'll place the right sides this way and join the shoulder this way. So by 1/2 inch, I'll do the same thing on the other side. And then I'll sew by the 1/2 inch on the side seam. After doing that, I'll hem the dress. I've done that. I've joined the shoulder and the side seam, and I've also hemmed. I've also made the buttonhole. So I used about 3.5 inches space for the buttonhole. So I'm going to attach my buttons this way. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out the sleeve. I have a detailed video on how to draft a basic sleeve. I'll put the link on the description box. So the length of the sleeve I cut out is 26 inches and this is 27 inches. I'll be using 1 inch for hemming allowance and for my elastic casing. So what I did on the hem of the sleeve was I times my round wrist by 2 because of the elastic I'm going to be putting on the hem of the sleeve, and I just connected it straight to the bicep, and this is how it came out. Now I am going to join the 1/2 inch on the side seam and hem the sleeve. I've done that and I left 1 inch opening that I'll pass my elastic band. Using a safety pin, I'll go ahead and pass my elastic band. After doing that, I'll join both ends of the elastic by 1/2 inch and sew back the opening. I'll do the same thing on the other sleeve. I've done that. This is how beautiful it came out. Now I am going to attach it to the dress. I've done that and I've also attached the buttons. So this is how really beautiful it came out. As you can see, this is really easy. We have come to the end of this tutorial. If this was helpful, kindly give this video a thumbs up and also click on the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to be updated when I upload a new video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.